tere õhtust! Good evening. Very, very excited to be here on the stage because this is the last moment I will be on the stage. But the night before the exhibition opening, that is going to happen tomorrow, Anton Corbijn's 50 years perspective, retrospective of the so many works he has done that big challenge to fit them into exhibition, but there it is. The exhibition will open tomorrow. But tonight is actually the night that we're very honored to have a pre-exhibition talk with some people that are in the exhibition. And so just before I'm going to introduce to them, just a little logistics. There will be Q&A at the end of the talk. There are merch in the shop, the latest records, and some of the other cool merch that you can get and get them signed later, or like leave them here and ask to be signed tomorrow because they will be here for another night. But without further ado, I'm very, very honored to ask Prata Vetra. None of us probably in Estonia know that Brainstorm is called Prata Vetra in Latvia, who have traveled here today from Riga. And please, Ingrid Kohtla, the head of PR and program of TW Tallinn Music Week and Brainstorm. The stage is yours. Yeah, welcome.
Hello. How is everybody? Good? Excellent. Let's sing a song.
What kind of song?
Do you know some Estonian song? Of course. Like national song from people. Okay, let's do it later. Sorry.
Let's do it later. But before we do it later, we just want to thank the shop of the museum for the possibility to wear those amazing coats. We hope you like them as well as we do.
Yeah. It's looking very good.
As our dear management lady said, we prepared so properly to come here to look nice and impressive, and then we just put on these amazing coats, and here we are.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful designer, Vivi Marie.
From
Köln.
Germany.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying. In case you want to buy it afterwards, they will be there again. Sorry to interrupt.
It should be one time when we start properly.
All right, and now welcome to the recording of Fotografiska Talks podcast. With us here is a wonderful band, Flintstone, Teletubbies, and something that is left of Brainstorm. I took so much care of dressing up here all black and white, some gray mid-tones, because it's exhibition of Anton Corbijn after all. But they ruined it all, so so they're responsible for that. And believe me, I have a set of fierce questions about your image these days. But perhaps let's start from something easy. Do you know? Oh, actually, let's start from introduction. Yeah. So, Flintstone on my left hand. What's your real name?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Who you are?
Hello.
Yeah.
My name is
Flintstone, what is your real name, please?
As far as I remember, my name is Renars. That's what my mother and father gave to me. And actually, that was the first year when Renars appeared in calendar. You do you celebrate names days?
with you?
No.
Really? Wow! In Latvia, it's a big deal. It's very close to birthday, actually. And the thing is that you can come to the Names Day without invitation. At least it was at some point, but I think
Yeah.
lately it is not going like this. But yes, Renars, my Names Day is on 30th of July. Just I wanted to share
Just
with
you want to come
Yeah.
uninvited.
Yes, in case.
Then that's the date.
And what's your name?
Yeah.
Hello, I am a member of Brainstorm. Yes, one of them. My name is Kaspars. I am time to time playing drums in this band for some 36 years already. So, as you see, young and fresh and beautiful.
And free.
And free, as always, as a bird in the sky.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, my name is Janis. I play guitar in the band Brainstorm.
When is Janis' Names Day?
24th of June.
June, okay.
Yeah. And this is kind of, I think, international.
It's Janis
yeah,
Day.
Janis
Legal,
is Jonas is like in Estonian as well. It's a midsummer
Jan.
festival.
Jonas,
Jan.
Jonas,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jan.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you are on probation at this time or what?
No. No. Yeah.
Hello. I'm Maris. I play in the band as well. Since I was,
What do you play?
I
Yeah.
play keyboards.
Keyboards.
Yes.
Do you play something else?
in the band?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. I remember the time last summer I played guitar
Mm-hmm.
on some songs.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
No, accordion.
Accordion.
Yeah.
Aha.
That's
s-
it.
That's it.
Speaking of names, are there any Marises here? No? No, because in Estonia, girls are called Maris.
As you see, I'm pink. And
You are so fluid. Right, okay. So pleased to welcome our guests here. This is a band that actually, jokes aside, was formed already more than 30 years ago, right?
Yes.
36.
Yeah, 36 years ago, in a town called Jelgava. And I don't know what happened in Jelgava in late 80s, but Anton was already taking pictures for NME back then. Did you, as a young and aspiring band, did you manage to grab some copies of NME? Because back here in Tallinn, we used to steal them, and we had friends in Finland who brought
Really?
them to
Wow.
us. Yeah. So,
No.
and no.
Actually, no. I think we couldn't even imagine thing like that we could get.
Like steal something.
Mhm.
First of all,
Oh, of
stealing
course.
stuff, but
Sorry.
secondly, like getting a magazine from like from far away with bands and the photos and no, that was not possibility. But what we could have, of course, we heard the music, and it's interesting connecting with Anton. One of the very, very vivid memories is like me and Kaspars, we are 13 and we are working in the summer, like having some work to get some money. And Kaspars was one of the rare guys in Jelgava who was having a cassette player because he
Walkman,
Walkman,
you know.
of course.
Walkman,
Yeah.
yes, and because his relatives lived in Sweden.
Yes, or Germany. Or whatever.
Okay. And from Sweden or Germany, he got a Walkman CD player. Oh, sorry, cassette player.
Cassette player.
And he was listening all the time to something. He never showed me what was that. And then one day, I was brave enough to ask him to share what he's listening to, and that was Depeche Mode, music for the masses. And later, when and actually that was such a huge moment for me and my musical understanding of things. That was so like lightning. And later, when I see those amazing clips of Anton, what has Anton done, I could never ever in my life could imagine that one day we could possibly get a possibility to work with this great man. And actually, this connection is very symbolic in a way.
You obviously knew about him and his work before you met him, or how educated were you in that field, in his iconic images?
Not much, definitely not much. You know, at that time actually we had one TV broadcast with an old guy, nice guy, and he was the only one who was showing the pieces of music video on national television, because it was not allowed to show something which comes from Western countries and etc. And I guess even at that time already we saw some of the Anton's work, but we didn't know that it's him. He did it, like he was directing those music videos. So at that time we were pretty much in over musical scene or space, which was like very Soviet orientated, or estrada, or what Latvians are usually was listening at that time. So not much about the education. It just started slowly. When the Iron Curtain dropped, then we start to learn and understand. Oh, there is a Beatles. Wow. I'm just kidding. About the Beatles. We knew. We knew them.
You knew, and I think that Melodia even released some Beatles albums.
Oh yes.
So, yes, the reason why I ask that is because for Anton, identity and the sense of place has always been very important. And obviously, when it comes to Joy Division, then Manchester, although Manchester was much more colorful than in his photos. But when he met Ian Curtis for the first time, I remember he told about that in one interview, that of course Ian was like shaking, it was so cold, but as a good northern guy from up north, of course, no coat on, no nothing, just, puffing on a cigarette. And when it comes to Depeche Mode, I don't know, they are from a town called Basildon. Have you ever been Basildon?
No.
But what's Jelgava like? Because I think that our cities, they really form us. What was Jelgava street style like as compared to Riga, the capital?
Jelgava was actually a pretty rough city. And maybe we didn't notice it because we were just right in the middle of it. But when we talk with the other guys from somewhere, they always say, "Oh, Jelgava." It's like, "Oh, it was." If you go to Jelgava, be ready.
Yes, at that time we had 3 prisons in city, so it's quite.
A lot of factories on that time as well,
Yes, sugar factory,
What happens in sugar factory stays in
sugar factory. Now there was actually in Jelgava, there was a very nice old city, but unfortunately in Second World War II, it was burned down, and very few houses were left, but it was very nice before that. So still you have that vibe, but it's very, very it's actually one district, that's it. And rest of it is new. But nowadays Jelgava is very nice city with, actually we have 2 rivers which are crossing the whole city, so it's kind of very nice environment.
Yeah, but in 90s, Jelgava was very also famous for alternative music and heavy music as well. And I think we, as Pratevätra, as Brainstorm, we kind of stayed a little bit always aside. We were like in our own bubble, living our own world a little bit, because there's a very famous book called Jelgava 45 and movie as well. But when I see those like events and whatever happened in a book or movie, it's like, for me, it's like, wow, really? Really it happened? So 94, what I said?
The book 95.
Sorry, 94 indeed. Yeah.
But I think it's always advantage if you live somewhere which is not like a capital or metropolis, because those guys, I am referring to us, you have a motivation, the first to get to the capital, like with your music or whatever. And then, because of that, because you was not born in like metropolis or capital of the whatever X country, you are kind of have different passion to prove to somebody something, because if you are born in capital, so you already have this, you know, I am from Riga, like, and we were from Jelgava, so it's a kind of first step to motivate yourself much more to get somewhere. And I remember that one day in between the lessons in a school, we were going down by stairs in a school. And I remember that we talked between each other and we set our goal that one day we should be on MTV.
And
music,
boy,
television.
Yeah, you
and
were there.
And it happened later.
Yeah.
I don't know after how many years, but actually
I
we
remember
get
that
also
in 2006 you even won the MTV Baltic Awards, right?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I worked at MTV back then, so of course I
Okay.
was
Thank
rooting
you
for
very much then.
Estonians, but you were too good. I'm sorry. But 2 years later, our band won MTV New Sound of Europe Award, and got a nice to have a nice session with Snoop Dogg backstage, if you know what I mean. So,
Yes.
yeah. But back to your first, I don't know, encounter with Corbijn. What were you discussing about? For example, this is not the first picture he took of
No.
you.
No.
It isn't. It's
This is 2005.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Copenhagen.
Yeah. Because his style it's all about intimacy and human mistakes. And you're so perfect. So, how did you agree upon? How did he win your trust? Let's put it this way. Or were you starstruck?
I think that because we are from small town, we are pretty shy to make any contact with, like, especially with a celebrity, this kind of rank, you know. And the first who was starting to talk with Anton was at that time our PR manager Guna Zuchika, and she just went to one exhibition to him directly and said that I am the PR manager from that band from this country. Would you like to make some pictures with them? So that's how it started, actually. And then I think Anton spoke with you.
Yes, Guna invited. Guna had the possibility, like two people going to Anton's exhibition in Denmark, in Copenhagen, and we went together with Guna, and that was the first time I met Anton. That was 2002, I suppose. Yes, and next time I was really, as Kaspar's mentioned, I was really shy. I couldn't say anything much more than hello. so nice to meet you. We didn't even start to talk about making photos of the band. But next time we met Anton was in London, and he was making a video for U2 song Electric Storm.
Yes.
And we visited studio where he was making. And Anton came out, and I remember we talked. I think I saw Larry Mullen, like drummer of U2. He was sitting there, and Anton came out, and then we had small discussion with him, and he said, "Okay, I have free time, like next January I could come to Riga and make some photos of you." And it felt like wow, impossible thing, like a dream indeed, that could happen. Yeah, and that happened.
And
Yes.
then the next thing what you noticed that he as a personality is such a humble person. I mean,
Yeah.
and you are in shock because you are expecting that now because he is the A-lister, as you say, whatever. So you will get some rider or wherever. No, and he just flew to us, and it was like super like humble conversations
Yes.
and atmosphere.
He was breaking like all the ices.
Yes.
And it's amazing about Anton. And actually, if I should have to mention like one keyword with working with Anton, I would say it's playfulness. It's and also like those costumes, they are like, okay, in one way you think, why are we wearing them? But then I think Anton would be happy to have one shot of these costumes. Because when you are getting like too serious, you are losing a little bit of humanity. You have to get some humor, some jokes and
inner child.
Absolutely. And when you look at the photos of U2 or REM or all the big bands, they have photos when they are just having fun.
Or I don't know, enjoy the silence video by
for example,
Mode,
yes,
directed by Anton.
And that's great thing about Anton. This him being so sincere and full of humor, and when he's like photographing you as a band, and we as a young band, we always like you're taking your pose, and he kind of feels that you kind of get this. You have to break this.
It is too much staged,
yes,
you know.
Too much. It's not about being actors, more about being yourself. And then he just like when he's photographing you, he's looking at you, and you're like, and then he's like starting to kind of dance, and you're like, wow. And then the moment when he catches, like when you smile and get
It won't be recorded that way, but that's okay.
One more very interesting and very important thing, I think, was that when we when Anton said for the first time that he's coming, we started to think what to wear. This is so important how we will look in the first picture, and then we took all the clothes we had, and Anton went through the Riga. It was January. It was super cold time, super cold. And then he found some very simple wall. We thought, wow, why? Why? It's like it's nothing. And then we asked what to wear, and he looked at us and said, it's okay. It's like, and like a mountain of other clothes stayed like not used, and the simplicity what we were feeling at that time, and super important thing for me at least was that he's not using any lights. It goes super quick, and he just takes out the camera, and the assistant gives him new camera with the film inside, and he starts to do pictures, and there is no like a pre-production long time where you start to feel some strange things or start to like too much
with some makeup
act.
or
makeup or something. It is super simple, and it was so great to feel it, and after you look at these pictures and you see, yes, it's Anton work.
Yeah,
that was the first time in January.
This is what happens when a great observer is at work, because he lets you, I don't know, stay you, maybe even become you, maybe even find something about you that you weren't aware of.
Yeah. And one more thing is that we are band. It's important to find some common feeling for the band. And for example, this picture. Also, we were asking him what to wear. We have different choices, and he said, "Do you all have black T-shirts?" And he said, "Let's try them on." And then later we looked at those pictures, like hold the session. It felt so good, like nobody's trying to do something out of him. Still, you can feel this united feeling of the band.
And very important thing that if you look at these pictures, you cannot notice what we wear. It's just the background
just
and the faces.
Just this nice people in front of all the guys with this shining aura. Yes.
And there's at least 90% of his photos are in black and white anyway, so there's no reason to think about what colors to wear as you did today. So.
But I remember we can try put the colors on that session as well, because we have one photo with yellow ice creams when we stay like, and There's just yellow ice creams as well.
Anyway, here you are now, and your photo is up. Besides, all these historic greats like from Depeche Mode and U2 and David Bowie and Björk and Miles Davis. And how do you feel? Do you feel like part of that legacy, big legacy? Or do you have some sort of like responsibility how to how to behave now you're representing Latvia?
There's an interesting story
As
about
Latvia's most iconic band, I believe.
Thank you very much. There is an interesting story. You asked the first part of question was, as we feel like the one of these great artists, and I would like to refer to one story. Actually, our producer from this album and album before was produced by a friend of Anton Corbijn, and his name is Alex Silva. And when we worked on some third album or wherever with him, we asked him how the people from music industry in West, do they know us? And he says, yes, they know you pretty much. So, but how they feel about us, or what, how they look at us, I mean. And then he said fantastic praise. He said, sometimes when there is a wedding or funeral, right? That everybody comes together, like in this exhibition, right? All those beautiful artists. And there is always that one strange relative on the end of the table.
Uncle from far away.
Yes. And so everybody knows that, yes, those guys are those, but nobody knows how to interact with them, How are you? Yes, we are good.
Yeah.
And you? Yes. So, and I think it is very precise characterization of us. This strange relative from Eastern Europe. But he is sitting in that table together with us.
They are okay. Somehow. They behave well.
Presentable. Yeah.
Presentable.
Okay, but beyond Anton, how much do you actually think about your visual image and fashion? I think you've been quite like fashionistas, haven't you?
We have been
fashionistas.
I think that Anton is a great inspiration of ours in many ways, and including visuals. Actually, also the stage design, which we are doing by ourselves, also music videos, which we are filming by ourselves. I think he's a great mentor of ours. I don't know, does he know it or don't know it, but it is so. He is one of the great masters, which I am super inspired. I am doing some music videos for those guys, and also stage design and stage visuals. So I think he did a pretty great impact on how we are looking now, or what we are doing. Also, exactly now. Yes. Also true. Including the concert shows, because also my inspiration was that when I saw the Depeche Mode, the stage production, for example, what was the show with those?
Okay. I think Songs of Faith and Devotion.
Do you remember the visuals like this? And it was like, for me, it was like, that's it. Because this is also one of our favorite bands, and it affected us very strong. And what's most interesting, that the result is, I don't think that we are similar to all of those bands, or how to say, the Anton's kind of handwriting,
signature,
right? Result is a little bit different, something else, but he is definitely the one who is actually teaches us that visual is so important besides the music. And hopefully sometimes we succeed. I don't know.
No, you have succeeded. You have succeeded even from, I don't know, Estonian audience obviously fell in love with you, with the rest of the world, when you performed at Eurovision Song Contest. What was the place you ended up at? Third place, right?
Yes.
As did our Tommy Cash last year. So, my Star was the song, and believe me, every Estonian was humming that tune. And I remember back then your image was quite, how to put it mildly, like hippie-like. and this was before you had met Anton.
Yes.
Has meeting with him also kind of emphasized the importance of less is more? Or?
I think in terms of style, how we are seeing us in photos, for sure, definitely.
But does it reach beyond that?
As I said, you can't his impact is great on us, that's for sure, on visuals. So I can't name the exact moment when it changed, but it happened when he appeared in our lives.
Yeah, and
Definitely. Before that, for example, about My Star, who remembered that song, right? The music video was shot in England, and taxi driver was waiting outside, and we shoot it in 2 hours, and there was 2 last frames or something, and we ran out and asked the taxi driver to wait some 10 minutes more. So that's how we did things at that time.
Very DIY.
True. We was calling this video $6 video because $6. That's what how expensive
Tape.
was the tape. And actually, this $6 video we spent later hundreds of thousands of videos on videos, but we never.
This this you never. It's impossible to measure the art in a budget or production wise, because sometimes you can make this, as Reina said, $6
yes,
video.
absolutely. And I think in exhibition, what we will see tomorrow properly, I think most of those pictures, if we would ask Anton to tell about exactly this photo shoot, I think he would say, I think it was just one of them when they were having fun around, or he was so relaxed. I felt it's a nice environment, and you do this. It's I suppose so. It's mostly about
Spark.
You're
Divine spark.
Divine spark.
Divine spark. Divine spark and identity, as Anton said, that he saw that this is the band that has some identity, as we both do usually, because we have to stick together and fight for our lives. But you guys, you have been together over 30 years, 36 years, right? Do you fight?
No.
No.
Lately, I think we became a little bit mature, but some
Really?
but some
Lately.
20 years ago, especially about the creative things, music, also actually the visuals, the fights could be pretty harsh. let
And
me
it's
say.
good actually.
Yes,
because
it's very
it
good.
makes those divine sparks, as we
Yes,
mentioned already.
yes.
Like day before yesterday, we had a rehearsal, and we are rehearsing an album which was released 30 years ago, and we are doing one amazing show in February in Liepāja in a club called Victoria, 350 people. And we see it as one of the great moments of this year, and we are having like very proper rehearsals to remember those songs. And we have also had very sparkling discussions about how to make those songs. Should we do exactly the same as we recorded 30 years ago, or should we add something? And if we add something, is it okay or is it not okay? And it's nice because during, that what makes band, those, not always feeling exactly
The same.
the same. And that's why what the name of this band means, Brainstorm, is like you. That's what Kaspar's aunt said 36 years ago after the second concert of Brainstorm. Then we were called Cuttlefish.
What was the Latvian word?
No, actually it was English.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. No.
Cuttlefish. And then after the concert she came and said, "Oh, you have like very interesting music, like that's kind of brainstorming what you are doing there on the stage." And we were like, "Wow, brainstorming. What's that?"
She was very polite.
She was very polite, of course. And then
Has anybody ever mistakenly invited you to perform somewhere instead of one pretty famous metal band called
Yes,
Brainstorm?
from Germany.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, yes. We have a story when, like in 2007, 2008, Brainstorm was invited to Slovakia or Slovenia and to perform in festival as headliners. And we were very surprised because we were a little bit known in Scandinavia, a little bit in Germany, but not like in Slovakia or Slovenia. And as headliners, as the main band of the festival. And we were like, okay, let's go. And then we went there and we... Thank you very much. And then we went there and we stepped out of the bus and suddenly around us there was only people in leather jackets, in chains, and also in...
Punk, those.
Grebenes. And it was like, wow, weird. But and everywhere, like the many stages, and from every stage, like really heavy music is coming on, and
But remember how
we
we all
felt-
looks like on that time.
we looked
With
like in
yellow
in
and
Eurovision
blue.
with the
Like
Flares and
very nice and sunny and
flower
uh,
print shirts. and flares.
flower. Yes, and wide trousers.
But
White ones, and but we kind of felt okay. Let's do our best. We said to
you
Magic,
need to deal with
somehow we have to deal with it, like always. And then we asked Magic to play his guitar as loud as possible,
And driving,
with distortion as much as possible.
On 12.
100% for all.
Of course, at the beginning it was super weird. Like everybody was looking like.
Yeah, but
But
after all,
then-
you're from Jelgava.
Yeah.
Known for
then we said,
some
"We are from-
heavier bands.
Yeah, but
we are from Jelgava. You better behave well.
And on the end, we come back for 3 times. Really.
Wow,
Yeah,
encore.
3 encores we had.
Yeah.
We didn't have what to play in the end, but actually we didn't got the idea what happened then. Only after some years we understood. Wow, of course they meant Brainstorm, heavy metal band Brainstorm from Germany.
Yes.
But actually that could happen also on a jazz scene, because in Stockholm there's a band Brainstorm who is playing jazz music. There was in 60s, 70s in America there was a band Brainstorm who were funk
Yeah,
and soul
funk,
music.
yeah.
So we could actually do a Brainstorm festival just from Brainstorms.
So actually it was
Yeah.
a very happy accident to get in that metal festival, but because if we would be mistaken and we would get to jazz festival, then we would be in a big trouble.
And as a headliner of the big festival, probably the fee was proper as well.
Yeah.
Don't know about all the legal issues that may have followed. But
Yeah, but actually one more thing about band spirit, just to somehow you have to survive in any situation.
Right. Oh my God, time flies. And I think that it's time for some, not exactly encore, but but audience questions. And anyone?
Yes, please.
Yes.
We have 11 minutes. Yeah.
direct a music video for you, what would it be? And you can't say anything of the new record, one of your classic songs. Which one would you have Anton Corbijn make a music video for?
A very good question. First of all, we would like, but
we would like. It's just very,
yes,
very gently said. We would be super happy, of course.
Yes,
but there are some buts. But regarding the song, I feel that a song called "Colder" would be just a magical match. If Anton could do video for Colder.
Besides the fact it has a great video.
It has a great video. But still, because that was like first photo session with Anton that year we had, and also this song is produced by the friend of Anton, what Kaspars mentioned already, Alex Silva. So those are actually one of the first songs when Anton and Alex Silva was involved, and I think Colder. The spirit of Colder is more or less, I think, it also fits Anton's
very much
visionary. Yeah. Thank you.
Way,
great question.
Yeah. And by the way, here's a chance. It's Estonia. It's cold here, getting colder, and Anton may be in good spirits. And I think that Nirvana's heart-shaped box. It was basically scripted by Kurt Cobain. So.
Yes.
And you, as old friends of Anton, here's a chance. Anyone else?
Do you know that when Anton was in Riga, then did he photograph also somebody else from Latvia?
Maybe on private than in the room or something, but we.
My phone.
Not really. At least we don't know it. If he did some extra photo session, then we are not informed.
Yes, he has done some unofficial pictures of people like Bob Dylan, but these are not called sessions as such. We have marketed you as the one and only Baltic band and the first band captured by him. Anyone else?
Hello.
I have a question about your music tastes. What music do you listen to? Which one of you? What's your favorite bands or musicians?
Lot of different kind of artists, but from the old times definitely is Depeche Mode, U2. I think it's common to all band. Aha, lot of those big names. Also Rolling Stones, R.E.M. With a lot of them we've played together. With some of them not. But from nowadays, personally, me, I am switching on the Spotify Discover Weekly. There is the section, and I'm just driving car and listen different kind of music, and if I like a song I push I like it. So it's a lot of it is so much music, good music in the world, that stick to only one band and listen to one album or 10 albums like all the time, but only this artist. I think you are kind of.
But if you have a possibility just to listen just only to one album the rest of your life, nothing else, what would it be? Paul Simon, Graceland?
That's your choice. Good choice, actually.
Thank you.
Yes.
You can think about it.
It's very hard to explain.
The Depeche Mode would be, I'm just now thinking which album, because, it's a tough choice.
It's a tough choice. Very good question. We could spend another hour. But Magic, what do you listen to now?
Like just one album, you mean?
No,
generally. I listen to a lot of different music, and in a car when I drive from Jalgo to Riga with my family, I listen a lot of Spotify songs from new generation, because my daughter, she's listening. Name of the bands and artists, what I don't know, but I like the music. But from 90s, I like a lot of bands with the guitars and drums, of course. And I remember, of course, Queen and Midnight Oil from Australia, the band. But now, when I listen just one album at home, the Coldplay. This one. I like the band.
Good morning, Maris.
Hello. hello. No, I was thinking about that one thing.
Obviously, it's pink.
Lately, I found a box with my old CDs, and there's a lot of CDs, and I just took one another and all the CDs, and I found one which I would like to listen like all my life. I think it's Bob Marley. Bob Marley. I don't know that.
I think it's the best of.
The best of, yes.
Because Bob Marley has been with us.
Yes,
Oh,
a lot of times.
A lot of times.
And I took out the CD, and now it's on my shelf.
Wow. I will be with you.
Thank you.
Listening to, yes. It's a great choice.
But
I
in the
think
car, every morning start the same, because I have kid 2 years old, and if you know Lauris Reiniks, maybe you know, yes. And he has this kids songs called Richie Roo, maybe you know. And every morning Richie Roo is
in a car
during every morning. Great music.
Also about your own music, as you said as well, all of your albums, they tell a big story and you have a special stage production usually with the shows. How do you come up with these? Like for the last one, it must be Estonia, or even my favorite is the 7 Steps of Fresh Air. How do you come up with the concepts and style of these, not songs, but especially the album art, the show production? How do you come up?
If Anton participates, then usually it's his photo in design. But if not, it comes sometimes in studio while we are still recording an album, sometimes afterwards, but definitely it starts to happen in unofficial kind of atmosphere. Sometimes in cafe, for example. And then the most practical thing is, of course, the napkins which are on the table. So I am picking them out and start to draw some stage design. I am showing to the guys and explaining that would be great or that would be great. And then some napkins go to trash, but some of them are you seeing in a big productions afterwards. That's how it happens. In very kind of the same, actually, we spoke before. In the spark comes and you don't know. Oh, just idea just come. I am not so sure that it belongs to me. Even it's just like ding. Sometimes. Yes.
Just like the titles of the album, like 7 Steps of Fresh Air. This title came from the situation that I broke my leg, and our hotel was just right near Italian restaurant
in Berlin.
In Berlin, yeah, where we are going like every evening after recording session to eat. And that was exactly 7 steps to go from our hotel to this Italian restaurant. And sometimes those were the only 7 steps of fresh air, because you are mostly inside
and
of studio. Yeah.
And even more, me and Reiners, we were living upstairs in a studio. It is Hansa studio, very like well-known studio. The Depeche Mode, U2, a lot of big bands were recorded there. So, and they have apartments in studio. So it means for him and me, if we are not going for walk, but because the sessions are finishing very, very late at evening, so you are actually have dinner and then you go back. It's like ting ting. And that's the title of the album, you know. And then the stage design was made also like a city, those blocks of
skyscrapers.
Yes, kind of like skyscrapers or something, you know. Just how the people are feeling in the city, the loneliness and etc. Oh, thank you very much.
You toured around Latvia last summer. Riga's concert was crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And if you're doing something similar or planning something similar around Baltics, maybe a little bit bigger. The stage was small for you already.
I am not so sure. I think the Riga's production was quite big, but okay, if you think so, we can go bigger.
You are inspiring us.
Yes. So who knows? We are all the time. We are very open to come to neighbor countries and wherever the wind blows. Let's say like that. But with the production, with the big production, it's expensive, and at that moment, of course, our motherland is the one who, with what we can make such a big production, because people are trusting us, and we are singing in Latvia, so it's a even bigger connection with the audience, because they are proud that we are Latvians, and so we are proud that we are Latvians, so and everybody is happy, everybody is proud, so let's go to that concert and support them, you know. And of course, we are also like very responsible about that fans are giving this advantage to us by paying the high prices of the tickets. And always we are thinking, because of that, always we are thinking that we can't let them down, and we can't build like a regular production stage with a black cabinet, as there is an expression. And so we need to figure something out to surprise our fans, and first for ourselves, because if you don't have a challenge in your art form, which you are doing, right? If you don't have a challenge anymore, then actually challenging yourself, let me correct me, then you are actually kind of dead artists, you know, you always need to push the boundaries and limits, so and to try to step in this unknown territory, which is uncomfortable, because you know how to make a hit. I am not saying that we are knowing, but you know, this song works, so let's do the same. It doesn't work like that. And actually, from all albums, if we are counting the hit songs, usually they are the ones who actually we are not expecting that they will be the hit songs. Because, for example, maybe the Reinhards played on piano that song, and he is on a rehearsal, the theater rehearsal, he came and played for us, and so he's saying, so I have this song, but I don't think that this is the Brainstorm song, and it doesn't fit to Brainstorm. So we said, wait, and actually we recorded it in studio afterwards, pretty much as it was. And afterwards he had a great success, his song had a great success on several countries. The Poland, it was like #1 for, I don't know, for whole year. So that's the story, basically, about the productions and how we operate.
Thank you, and good night.
Thank you very much.
I think we have time for at least one question.
Yeah.
Who will it be?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello.
So my question is, you say do some rehearsal for an old song that you want to do new production there. That you will say something before. That will you bring it back one old song that you make something different? Discussion was how to do it, what to do it. Did I heard correctly or not?
That we are taking old song.
One of your old songs.
Yes.
Yeah, that you say maybe was a little bit discussion there. We need to change something on this song.
It's happened time to time. It could happen, yes, that producer sees it differently that the band sees it. But if you take a producer like to be a part of that album, then you have to trust. And it had happened sometimes that our vision was different. And if you listen on the song, after some few years, you can see, it kind of doesn't do that it was in our versions, which we loved better. But who cares? Like just one song.
But I think in this case, it's about Veronica. No, we meant to. It's referring to our live show, which will be, and we in that live show will play almost the whole album, and the album already is 30 years old. It's recorded 30 years ago. So now our discussions in rehearsal room was, should we change something when we are playing it live, or should we stick to the original, how it was recorded 30 years ago? So, and it's more that we should stick to original than change something in those songs. And it sounds very authentic, let me say. The result is great, yes, but we are still in rehearsing process. The concert will happen in 7th of February, and unfortunately it's sold out, sorry. But yes, if that was the question, yeah.
Okay, maybe half a question.
Half of a question. So if there is no question, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And
it was
tomorrow
pleasure.
There's going to be a great opening for a great artist called Anton Corbijn.
Yes, thank you, Renars, Maris, Janis,
Kaspars.
Kaspars. Actually, I had one question. Do you Latvian still? Because when I worked at MTV, and I had to put like manually your songs on our charts on our website, then why do Latvians say, being proud of being Latvians, Nikas Kavas instead of Nick Cave?
Nikas Kavas?
Yeah.
Do we say so?
Yes, you used to.
Maybe it's about...
it's quite
Latvians,
funny.
Latvians say Nick's Caves?
Nick's Caves, maybe, probably, yeah.
Nick's
Do you
Caves,
still do it? Or can you,
We do it.
are you
Whole nation
allowed
says
to
Nick's
say?
Caves. Yes.
Or
How do you say?
Nick Cave. We don't change. We don't.
I think
we
Latvians
are
still
even-
does that.
Okay.
And
On
you
the
won't
radio.
believe we say Anton Corbijn.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. This was the final question.
Yeah.
But thank you so much,
Thank you.
Brainstorm, Pratavetra, for being you, for being such a good company, and may you last for another 36 years, at least.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pleasure.